Like, literally. So we're still continuing with like side bits and everything. Thank you for everyone that joined last stream. It's appreciated, even though I'm just basically going insane in a minute and slowly eating myself apart. But no one really gives a shit, mate. It makes you feel good because you got nothing else better to do with your sad little lives 9 times out of 10. And I kind of feel bad for people like that. I really do. But the fact that the way that you get to feel better about your life is by watching someone else go through misery. Well, how would you like it if those tables turned and started to inflict misery upon your life? Why don't you try helping them? Instead of thinking you're someone. Well, really, you're not good looking. You couldn't pull a decent bird if you tried. Right? You got no figure. You got no muscles, you got no morals, you got no dignity, you got no pride, you got no self-worth, you got no honour. You're everything that a man isn't. That's what you are. See all those things I mentioned? That's what makes a true man. Yeah? Not fucking whatever you think, mate. Go around chasing fucking a piece of paper, mate. Yeah, I got a piece of paper for you, mate. How many Rizzlers do you want? Thick fuck. You know what I mean? I'm confused. Well, I can't sleep till 6 o'clock anyway, so I'm stuck here, so... Just not even gonna bother, man. I'm just gonna continue. But whenever you're watching this... I hope that you're all having a good day. Sorry if I've put your mood down. I pretty much live this way all the time. I'm a multi-talented person, mate. I am. Multi-talented. There ain't anything that I have in my mind to that I've not been able to achieve. Unless it's been seeing my son. And you see, that's why I stopped putting my mind to stuff. So many times you can fail before you give the fuck up. And give the fuck up. You just lost interest in humanity. I used to see great potential in it. I was growing up, you let this backstabbing, horrible little bastards. mean, other than living, I really don't know why I'm so bad. Fucking tried something to help fucking idiots, mate. That was my problem. If you want some advice from me, kids, don't help an idiot. They will put you in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, like for me personally, I don't physically understand. Oh, the reason why I actually do end my stream quite a lot is because I like to keep the videos so that if I need to go back and edit it, cut out deaths, which I did do on the live feed. I did cut out a lot of deaths, just so that the video wasn't so long. Like, mainly because I don't think people want to watch me die like a 154 times, like, so basically I show the first death and then I pretty much like rest out where I died. Because they're not needed until I actually get the kill. It is basically what I did. How do you, as a Wyatt, always manage to get in the fucking way of my feet? So yeah. Like, you couldn't even spend a day in my shoes, mate, because you would have 24 hours awake and you wouldn't. And trust me, mate, nobody's scared of somebody that has to team up, mate. Because you know, when you have to team up, you've already admitted that you're at the loss. You've already admitted you are at the loss. And fuck, how do you pick on someone that picks on himself every single day and lives in self-torture because he couldn't defend his kid? He couldn't prevent him from dying. When his dad was watching his face. How do you pick on somebody that literally insults himself every day because he couldn't save his child and he couldn't do fuck all but be a useless prick and stand around and basically watch him die because of lack of funding in the system? And then you expect me to be happy towards society. You expect me to be happy towards society. You expect me to be one of part of society. Luckily for me, my disorder is that I can't. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna work. But also, on the other hand, why are you picking on people less fortunate than yourself? Are you that much of a fucking wimp? Because that's the impression that you give me. That you're a fucking wimp. never lifted a finger. Never lifted a finger. Position, I could just do nothing like a lot of people of benefits, but they do absolutely nothing, and most of these people that claim benefits don't even deserve it or should be even entitled to it in the first place. I am a British citizen. I worked for 2 years in this country until I lost my son in my hands, yeah? And when I couldn't work anymore, when I was working, I was watching people stream games because I didn't have time. I was knackered. I was doing 12-hour shifts. In a space of a year, I had to move into 5 different properties while my ex was carrying the child that we lost and then also the next child that got when she got pregnant again. Yeah, in a space of a year, I was doing all that, and eventually it got too much, and I collapsed. And I was terrified of what happened to the first child was going to happen to the second child. And I ain't gonna lie, believe it or not, the thing that actually pushed me over the edge is I went to work, get on the bus, and the bus drove straight past me. And that was enough to take me over the edge. And I did not go back to work. I literally rang up and told my boss to shove it up right up her arse. Literally told her to shove the job right up her arse. And then I kept a very close eye on Jess until she gave birth. Knowing that the first time that I went through this experience, I already gained the knowledge. Why didn't I get my fucking thing that I'm supposed to get in there? Ah, there's a path here, I didn't see that. That means everything's probably going to respawn.
I need time to do that.
No? Okay. Alright, well then obviously we can just go over here then, can't we? See, this is why you should look on the map properly before you just assume and disappear.
I need time to do that.
Right.
This might very well be my last journal. The Knights Penitent have fallen. I hid and listened to the screams as they were torn and devoured by the creatures. I didn't want to end up like the others, and nothing but a blood splatter on the floor. The city walls that kept us safe have trapped us in with them.
Seems like you, probably.
I pray the cathedral sends reinforcements soon, and will have mercy when they know of my cowardice. The sounds have stopped. I'm going to try to escape.
I won't. Alright. And that's what I did. Because I didn't want to be at work for Jess to go through all that on her own. Because I wouldn't have just lost my child, I would have lost the love of my life at the time. But don't get me wrong, I still love her, she gave me 2 beautiful children. But, that is it. That's all that's there. It wasn't the fact that she gave me 2 beautiful children, there'd be no feelings left. That's it. Right? And that's the only feeling I have towards my ex now, mate, is that she gave me 2 beautiful children, and I will always love and adore her for that, but I do not respect her no more. And you see, or trust. Without respect or trust, there's no relationship. And due to the fact of what I went through with her, I do not want to be with another woman because of the insecurities that I have developed through her. I mean, if I want another child with a woman, am I going to lose my first child? And then gain a second one that I'm never going to get to see again? Because that's what I believe now. And I'm not strong enough to go through that again. At all. I wasn't strong enough the first time. I just survived. That's all I did. Now, I don't go around trying to make people feel bad about themselves, no. Right, if something's wrong with you, mate, I'm going to try and fucking talk to you. You know what I mean? I'm going to try and communicate to you. The difference is your subliminal messages with your insults, where I'm direct, but I'm the one that's in the wrong when you're just a faggot. Right. You know what I mean? You're a fucking sausage, mate. Because that's what faggot means. It means sausages. No, it doesn't, actually. It's a fucking like a burger thing, actually. They're horrible and all, mate. Honestly. You can get them from farm foods and all, faggots. They're literally in my fucking farm foods fucking thingy that I've got, because I need it, because obviously I don't get much money, so I shop at farm foods because I get vouchers. Like, if I spend £25, I get £2 off. If I spend 60 quid, I get a fiver off. For someone on benefits, that's a lot. That is. Especially when you look at, I can get 2 fucking, what's it called? I can get 2 battered fish for £2 here. That's 2 meals. I can get 20 sausages for £2 here. That's 5 meals, unless I decide to have 5 sausages, and then it's only 4. I can get fucking anti-pedo removal things here, anti-pedo, so you're not become a nonce by eating bacon. Although there is probably there's probably 1% that might. I can get free 18 rations of bacon for £6. I put pound to that £60 and that fiver off that I get for spending £60, mate. I've got one of my favourite substances of food. You know what I mean? I don't really buy it, other than the bacon. That's the only farm foods thing I actually buy. And then you've got all these bird's eye fucking shit. I can get mix and match 10 for a tenner. That's bargain, bro. McCain's chips, McCain's potatoes, McCain fucking loads of different chicken bits and bobs. Some weird pizzas, good fellas. You get wedges, you can get waffles. There's a lot that you can get there, mate. Alright. It's not my fault you don't know how to live in a world that wants to die for you to live. It's time for you all to die. I think you're born in a state of decay. If you was born to live, do you really think you was born in a state of decay for no reason, mate? Because you are. We are all born in a state of decay. You do not understand because you are naive. Shit, I can't even read. So you have fucking got no excuse unless you're same as me and can't read then. If you want to know what helps me with reading, basically anyone that used to help me out with reading when I was younger, I used to offer them protection. So I could ring one of my mates up that was the first mate that used to help me in primary school, which is actually Tails, Ryan Williams. He was the first friend to ever help me read in school. And then if I move on to Oak Tree, I had Kyle Stryton that used to help me out with reading, and he was bad at maths. He didn't need my protection. He was a kickboxer. He used to kick my ass all the time when we were play fighting, right? And he was a black belt. And how we became friends is because we enjoyed play fighting with each other because we was a good match. Yeah? That's why we became friends. The next school that I went into, Bull Farm, Ginny. Ginny used to help me read, bless her. And I can remember once I was reading a dinosaur book and I got really excited at school and I tried to get her attention and ended up touching her boob by mistake and she called me titty feeler for the rest of my life. And we were in primary school. We were in year 4, I think we was, year 4. And that stuck all the way up until now. I'm 32. Right? She knew I didn't mean to. She knew exactly what I was doing and trying to get her attention because I constantly asked her to help me read. And if anybody picked on her, I'd have been the first person to stand up for her. As a matter of fact, the only reason why I went into that school is because my faggot little cousin were getting picked on. So I went into that school and told him, don't tell anybody I'm your cousin so I can find out who's picking on you. And as soon as I found out, I walked straight up to him and smashed his face straight into a wall. Bear in mind, I'm still in primary school. Literally just grabbed him by the back of the head, mate, and bang, straight into the wall. Don't pick on my fucking cousin again, alright? That's the only reason why I went to that school. And then in QE, luckily we had TAs that used to help us out, but I also had a lot of friends in that school that would help me read.
Can't carry any more.
The same in fucking when I went to Meaden. I had a friend, I used to call her Belinda because I pronounced the name wrong. It's Belinda, but I pronounced it wrong and it kind of just stuck. Like my brain didn't change it every time I tried to pronounce the name. And she used to help me read. And someone decided that they were going to call her Belinda. So I launched a fucking chair at his face across the room. And then my teacher told me to get out and I says, what are you going to do about it? He's picking on her for no fucking reason, mate. Right? But what are you going to do about it, sir? Can you sit back down and get your work done in quiet? Yeah, I'll sit back. I don't give a fuck. Because I can spit in your face while you stand across that room, mate. I can tell you that now. Although, I ain't gonna lie, I might dribble a bit out my mouth because I'm not actually too good at spitting sometimes. Right, I ain't looking for trouble, alright? This is why I keep myself to myself and I keep myself in arse and I vent to myself. Right? Because I've been there, done that shit and it's boring. All it does is just lead to more trouble and more trouble and more trouble and more trouble. That's all it does. It's just a cycle of bullshit, mate. The only time that you should have to come down to violence is to protect your own. Yeah? Your own. So yourself, your home, his, anything that is yours. The only time you really should be fighting. Other than that, mate, don't waste your time and walk away. I was taught as a child, the bigger man walks away. Yeah? And I was taught that by my elders. Not fucking little brats that are just looking for some dopamine fix because you got nothing else better in your life to do. You're insecure for a start. You got no talent other than OnlyFans. It's about your own talent most of the time. Because I mean, you are just prostitutes anyway, selling your body. I'd love to see people play many different types of games and be anywhere near my capacity of play. And if you are, GG's, and we play games together, we are similar-minded. We would enjoy playing games with each other. But if not, do me a favour and fuck off. You're not a friend. Because I don't want to be constantly having to pick you up, pick you up, pick you up, pick you up, and carry you all the way through the game that slows my progress. Yeah? And I ain't gonna sit around and wait for you to do something for half an hour when I could have done it in 5 minutes. Which is proven, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Many times. Images do nothing instead of trying to be inspiring, or you know what I mean? You just want an extra reason. I do more work than you in a fucking day because I'm up for the full fucking day. Yeah? You don't work for like what? 7.5 hours max. Unless you're doing a 12-hour shift or you're on the graveyard shift. You know, on my graveyard shift, we used to work 9.5 hours so that we could have the Friday off. I mean, the job was not it paid the bills. Paid the bills better than what I've got now. So when I know what that life was like, to what I've got now, where I'm pretty much penny scraping all the time unless I was smart, by stocking up food, so that the next time I got paid, I could actually choose to go out or do something with that money. Right now, I'm trying to stock my food up, so that if my dog needs anything, I don't have to prioritise about getting food, I can prioritise about his operation. I can prioritise about his medication, his consultation to go to the vet so he can get his end-of-life medication. Yeah? I mean, I'm paying £62 for his medication that lasts, I ain't gonna lie, it lasts about a month and a half, but when you don't have that £62, it's quite a lot of money. And it will cost me more to get into Nottingham, where the RSPCA is, where I can get the fucking free, where I can get it for free. Because there's nowhere in Mansfield where they're around, and plus I don't have a vehicle, and when he needs to go for his consultation next time, I'm going to have to carry him all the way from my property all the way to the vets, because he cannot walk that distance. I have to carry, well, you can see the chocolate Labrador, mate, he's beautiful, isn't he? Tell me he's not worth carrying to the vet. Tell me he's not worth that fucking £60 that I have to pay for them to go, oh yeah, he's fine with his medication, here's some more. You know what I mean? Bear in mind that I'm pretty much starving and scrimping and scraping the best I can to be able to do.
Can't carry anymore.
But the best I can. Now the problem is I don't have that much. And also I have stupid habits. I have stupid medication. Right? Where I smoke cannabis. And the reason why it's stupid is I can't afford it, but due to the benefits that it gives me and the fact that it helps me, it's more beneficial to have than not. Now the problem is with me, is I've allowed my depression to take over the medication. So I'm basically just fucking smoking it like an idiot. So when I do get my medication, it's pretty much gone and it's not lasting me like it should do. Now that's on me. That's my fault.
Anything else?
That's nobody else's. That's my fault.
Fair trade.
So I mean, technically it's not my fault, I was born this way, but the fact that I chose that as a medication, that is my fault. But, you know, when you look at the doctors giving you a handful of tablets for your disorders and that lot, and then they're putting on top of your depression, and then they're putting on top of your sleep insomnia, and then you're looking at a handful of tablets like, fucking I don't even need to eat food. I got breakfast, dinner, and supper. And lunch and brunch. All in a fucking dose of a fucking tablets. And that's pretty much why I refuse to take medication. But I've got people out there on medication, and I know for a fact, because my cousin, he's on medication. He don't work, he don't do anything. And he's on medication still. So what would the fucking point me being on medication to be in no better situation other than taking fucking a handful of fucking drugs every 5 minutes? Where I could just roll a zoo and shut my mind up for a couple of seconds that allows me to go... breathe. You know what I mean? And the problem is you don't understand. And now there'll be some people that's been in that position. And I truly feel bad for you, son. I really do. Why? Because I know what it's like. And you know, if you've never had anyone there for you, I feel bad for you. I really do. Because once again, I know what that's like. After I buried, well, cremated my son, do you want to know who fucked me? Nobody. Not even my missus. She got a load of hugs off everybody else, you know, family members, my family members, her family members. Everybody asked her how she was doing, if she were fine.
My friends were cut down.
Nobody asked me. Nobody. No offence, mate, but she was completely out of it, mate. I was once sat there with a fucking open eyes. Experienced every goddamn motherfucking bit. She went through way too much pain to be fully aware of what was going on. And that's why she looked like a fucking zombie after the end of it. The worst bit, I'm feeling my heartbeat fade away while I'm looking at my missus that looks like a zombie. Thinking, the fuck do we do here then? What the fuck do we do? And the only answer I had was, I don't know. The only answer I could come up with, I do not know. For the first time in my life, I do not have an answer. And honestly, you can ask any of my actual mates. I've usually got to come back to anything, and I've got an answer for everything. I've usually got a dialogue for everything, and I could probably bring up a whole motherfucking script and evidence of why. And by friends, mate, I may as well just say folks. Are you good there? Do you need me? You good? You're not in trouble, man. I was just making music, kid. I'm here. You're not in trouble, kid. I just don't want you fucking smashing your nose, man. It's bad enough as it is, man. No, Baba. But you're not in... Well, you are in pain, but you're not in fucking drastic pain, kid. Sorry, my dog's sneezing and he smashes his nose and he ends up reopening where the operation is. And the problem is it's swollen out like a balloon. Well, stop licking your fucking nose then, like I've told you. You're making it worse. I know it's irritating and I know it's annoying, kiddo, but I can't help you if you're not willing to help yourself. Go on, I've got you. You need to sneeze, I'm here. You need to sneeze. What are you doing? Well, you need to do it when I'm fucking there, not when I'm walking away. What are you doing? Do you need to sneeze or not? Alright? I'm here if you need me, kid. Alright? Well, chill out. Because you end up getting worse when you're near me. Right. I feel like you're allergic to me now. Go and lie down, Droopy. Oh, what you've done to your eye, man. Yeah, it's because you're sneezing all the time. Well, lie down. Lie, dude. Move away from objects where you can smash your fucking nose on, kid. Like, literally. You got a wooden object there, you got a metal bar there, you got my chair here that's not exactly soft. Trust me, I know, because I've got a bony ass arse. Right. I give you designated areas, you got my sofa, you got your fucking sofa, and you've got a big bed there. And you got the carpet that I brought to help with your stability that literally bankrupted me. Never mind anything fucking else. And it's not even an expensive carpet either. Once again, another thing that I asked Ginge to help me with, and yet we went downtown twice and he did nothing but take the piss. To the point where the shop shut, so I couldn't get the carpet or order the carpet or at least go and see how much the carpet was. To the point where I just had to get up and do it myself. I literally went downtown and paid for the bus twice for him to go shopping downtown, the little freeloader. And it literally is me. And he proves it every day to me. Oh, man, I got it to prove it. I've never accepted anything for free unless it's been off my mates, and it's usually a can of beer or a couple drags on a fucking spliff or a pipe, maybe a pan. You know what I mean? Other than that, I accepted fuck all off my mates for free. or maybe a cigarette when I'm low, but they know it's in return if I'm able to do it. So like my mate asked me like, oh, you haven't got any cigarettes? I was like, no bro, I'm on back again and I'm low on that, I know you, if I ain't gonna lie. I've got one part of that. Now I'm gonna make a lie up to make me feel better. Luckily, my mum, what's gone off the owl, gave me a bit of extra money to get my yeah, when you're up for 2 days and you smoke. Yeah. Right. Actually, it doesn't. No, I did shit. I really think we're only on start the 30 grand left, basically. I mean, I've still got a bit left, but the point still stands. Problem is, I've been up 2 days, mate, and I'm still playing the same amount of capacity that I do. Except on Call of Duty, because honestly, I just couldn't play that game, mate. It was just, it was boring. I don't know whether people are cheating or whether it's the fucking aim bot that we've all got for aim assist. Even though my aim assist ended up disappearing through the game. But then when I went into firing range to see if the aim assist was engaging, it was engaging. I had Black Ops 7 aim assist in firing range, but when I was playing the game, I had Black Ops 1 aim assist. Non-existent. It's going to show me that it's fake, it's not real, it's made towards dopamine. And I could just play campaigns for that instead of a multiplayer game. Like, because I ain't gonna lie, since aim assist has become more prominent in games, for some reason I've got shitter at games and everybody else has got better. I'm watching bots literally staring at a floor, scoping in and fucking headshotting me. That's what I mean. Like, there is no physical way that these players should be beating me because they've got no natural game. Now, if you've got natural game sense, I'm going to see it within the kill cam. Now, if you ain't got no natural game sense, I'm going to see that within the kill cam. Yeah? So, like, if you could have took cover here in Call of Duty, and you could have took a bit of cover here in Call of Duty, but yet you decide to stand here, yeah, you're showing me that you're a bot, right there. You're showing me that you are a bot. Between a rock and a hard place, you chose the middle. What the fuck? How is that player beaten when I am naturally drawn to walls in shooting games and naturally drawn to line of cover? Even though I do nothing but move and slide around. But the difference is from these Call of Duty players nowadays is mine's natural, yours forced upon. I come from Apex Legends. The wall bounce in Call of Duty is shit, right? In Apex Legends, the wall bounce is actually a glitch. It wasn't meant to be in the game. It was just something that movement players found and begin to use. And because the Respawn realised that we was enjoying this, they didn't remove it. They left it. And the Super Glide eventually, because they realised that we were using this for movement, they decided to bring in an implication where that everybody could use it. But once again, I don't think it should have been there. But the reason is that's what separates a good player from a shit player. Alright? No player that's been playing a game for ages wants to come on a game and get annihilated by someone that's just loaded it. And that's how games work. Also, system matchmaking sucks out. And to be honest, it doesn't favour the player base, it favours the stream. Alright? It doesn't favour you as a casual.
That pup I found is getting big. She'll make a fine hound.
It favours the
Plus,
stream.
I can keep her if I train her right. I'll name her Fang. 15th. Then, Fang killed the king. Thrice her size.
And not that
Plus, if she's a mother, try to put her down. He never keeps his promises. She was meant to be a hound. It's in her blood. I'll show him when she's bigger. Then he'll see.
And that's just how that works, mate. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's time for humanity to take accountability. As soon as we learn to take accountability, we'll rectify a lot of problems within the world. But due to the lack of accountability and going, fuck you, Starmer, he's such a good government, isn't he? And I can't say that properly, like we are like wanting to hang myself or something, right? You know what I mean? And then just leaving him up there. You do realise that Britain was one of the biggest countries for throwing mutinies. You do realise that Britain, right, is not Great Britain through the rich people at all. They're all fucking little lying bastards that are trying to trick you, right? If it were through the rich people, what buildings have they built? Eh? What factories have you built? What factories have you worked in? What companies have you helped develop without money being in a fucking situation? What have you actually done? Other than be a cheap whore on television that allowed you to get a load of money. So everybody else's entertainment and play. Basically what I mean. But, you know, my version, you're probably watching on a mobile phone or something, to be honest, I won't know that. It's where I watch most of my YouTube, to be honest, on my mobile phone. Or I'll stick it on my PlayStation and leave it just to flick through, while I'm probably doom scrolling on Facebook. And the main reason why I'm doom scrolling on Facebook is because I'm actually looking for some sort of insight. And me now, I go towards mediations, because most of them are positive,
Help us get out of here!
and most of them have information. Right, it helps. I don't listen to everything they say, because like, not everything's meant to be. Right, and the reading that I'm watching is for something else. But something upon that might allow me to go, yeah, I might need to actually sort that out myself. But because I've had no one to help me, that was the way in future that I started to turn. To be able to get some insight. And they talk like, I ain't gonna lie, mediation people, they actually talk a lot about areas of therapy. Because it's all about reading people. Reading their faces, reading their body language, reading their language. Yeah. You know what I mean? These are all the things that are going to allow you to be a mediator. They don't even allow you to finish people's sentences quite easy. I mean, I finish people's sentences because I already know what you're going to say and I'm going to like 9 times out of 10, I probably already know the end of your sentence before you start. I ain't gonna lie, the reason why I can do that, being dyslexic. So I have to learn to make words fit. That's what I have to do.
I need more time.
So it started to allow me to basically predict what people were saying, because I had to predict what I was reading quite a lot. Unless I had someone nearby that could aid me. So that's people I don't. But my mum and dad didn't teach me to read. My mum tried, but you know, I moved into my dad's. My dad, well, he spent majority of his fucking life on chat-a-go-go, chatting women up halfway around the fucking country, uplifting me left, right and centre from Birmingham and Leeds, evading my school education so he could go and sleep with some floozy halfway around the fucking country. Right? And I like Marie. She's from Birmingham. So she is not a floozy. She actually protected me from my dad a few times. And also started to put law and regulation into the house. Now you can imagine three boys really didn't like that at the beginning, but we begin to realise that Marie was the boss. And we begin not to argue with her. And with that, we began to gain respect towards her. Which is why a lot of us still call her Mumsy. Right? I call her Marie. You already know. Right? But my two older brothers pretty much call her Mumsy. I call her Marie because, you know, my family's insecure. So I didn't want my mum to find out I was calling someone else mum, because when my dad thought I was calling someone else dad, he'd fucking thrash me. Was Jess with her oldest son. She's like, oh, would you like Matthew to call your dad? I was like, not really, because I'm not his dad. Like, if I was his dad, obviously, yeah, I would want him to call me dad, but I'm not. So, no, not really. Like, if he wants to call me dad, then he can call me dad. I'm not going to argue with him. That would be his free will and his choice. She made him call me dad for her to just fucking up and leave anyway. And I said no, because of that exact reason could happen. So she basically did it just to destroy her own little boy as well. As far as I can see. I mean, I don't know how to take any of the the problem is, after losing our first child, Matthew actually replaced a lot of what I lost. I mean, we were all lovely little bastards, you know. Just all the time. Like we literally was. Because if his mum used to piss me off, I used to leave him to piss her off. But yeah, I watched this woman slap her own child 7 times because he said no. And when I stood up to her and said, you know, if I watch you hit your child like that again, I swear to God I'm going to fucking hit you. I'll do what I want with my child, I'll do what I want, you're not the fucking dad. Right then, I'll ring the social services and we'll see what they've got to say. See if they see if it's acceptable. See if they think it's reasonable. She didn't want to speak to me after that. And I did that right in front of my fucking stepson right in front of the little twitchy area that's often I want to step and north of
I need more time.
Now the thing is I understood the child because I was in his exact same position. I said no to my mum, I got my ass handed. I said no to my dad, I got my ass thrashed. I was saying no because I was confused and I didn't know what they wanted. I wasn't saying no to be inconvenient, I wasn't saying no to be spiteful, I wasn't saying no to be horrible. I didn't know what you wanted. So I said no. You know what I mean? And nor did I understand at the time. But now as a fully grown fucking adult, and also experience another child have to go through the same fucking thing, my heart cries for the poor lad. That's why I had to go at her. But if I tried to challenge that area or that situation, mate, I just got met with a fucking tantrum, bitch. Give me all how fucking big I am. Punch me if it makes you feel harder. Like, who the fuck do you think you're Mike Tyson or something, sweetheart? Is that what you think's going off here? Like, you think you're Mike Tyson? Like, cause trust me, mate. If I knock Mike Tyson out, I am fucking hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie, mate. You know what I mean? But you're not Mike Tyson, so I don't know why you give me this jibber jabber. Joys of having a photographic memory. I've seen no memory games like that, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah.
I need more time.
after she left, she pretty much turned all my friends against me. She turned all my family against me. I didn't even get to see my son. I just got left to rot on my own, inside my own mind, constantly reliving. Same experience. I didn't even tell my ex that I was still going through a death of our child. Every night. I didn't even tell her. Because I didn't want her to worry. I wanted her to be concerned about me. So I sacrificed my own mental health to protect hers. In the long run, I wasted my fucking effort. I should have just sacrificed her and kept my man. The problem is, what type of man would I have been? What type of man would I have been if I did that? One that I could have been proud to still with. What I thought was best. An area where I didn't have any advice or help. I mean, after I lost my child, right, for a start, my dad dropped us off. And I said to my dad, I said, you know what, Dad? She's up there cleaning our son's blood. And I don't know what the I'm supposed to do. My dad just went, I don't know, son, but good luck. I need to go out. And when I went upstairs, I witnessed my ex scrubbing her blood off the floor, crying her eyes out. I had to lift her up off that floor and can physically get her into bed and clean it up myself because she couldn't leave it until it was gone. And I understood. And I didn't argue. But what I was arguing with, you've been through a traumatic experience, sweetheart. You've gave birth. I went through 2 rolls of fucking toilet paper cleaning the blood that were dripping through your fanny while our son was on the way to hospital. You need to go and get rest. And I scrubbed that. She went to sleep, bless her. I went downstairs, poured myself the biggest fucking whiskey I could. Yeah. I got the bottle. That's what I did.
I'm carrying too much.
That was the biggest whiskey I could pour. Just grabbed the bottle. I went outside with a zoot, that bottle. I fucking drank it. I went upstairs. Just didn't want to feel pain. Bear in mind, I literally went through all that alone. Not one friend, not one soul, one hell, see my child. Everybody else about what? The companies and all, I also think that
I can't
everybody
carry
feels
anymore.
pain differently. Like, who am I to judge their pain when I didn't live through it? You know? So another thing, I was like, oh, I lost my child, and no offence, but why would I want to put someone else through that? Nor would I want to make a child grow up without a parent. I isolated myself and I kept myself away because I realised that my temper was starting to become more and more agitated. I mean, with my ex, I could say I was doing shit. It was just manipulated fucking tactics all the time. Basically, she wanted me as a lapdog, like a mum had it from her fucking husband. I told her straight, like, I'm not Pop and I ain't gonna be like, no offense. But you see those fucking 4 bowls around you, 6 glasses, pick them the fuck up and put them in the sink.
Oh, bless you.
Or put them near the sink. But this is when we're expecting our second child. There are some
My bags are full.
killed me inside.
Bless you.
Each and every day I just die. Literally, it's come to the conclusion that the only day that I get to fucking stop this pain, this fucking cycle, is to die. Otherwise, I'm in the same repetitive loop over and over again.
These caves to be in for my master. He has promised them life and blood. Resilience as the world crumbles. I crave such stability, such strength. I leap into a world with no tolerance for it. I continue to be weak to feed my master. But I soon I will be reborn his equal and his ally and his kin. This day will come. This day will come.
I mean, like, everyone around state, mate, I've been around it for ages. Seen any of my family? Seen any of my parents? Or you just seen using little foes? Because that's all I've ever seen around me, mate. Using little foes that think they can get something out of me. I don't mind if I get something in return. I really do enjoy 50-50. I can deal with 50-50. So, like, for streaming, I'm not bothered, mate. Like, people like it. I play games. People want to watch it. That's great. You know, that's 50% on my half. And the fact that you're sat there watching it is 50% on your half. Even if you don't leave a like or subscribe or like that. Anything's better than nothing. Because trust me, I've had nothing. The only thing I've really got is a shitty property that I don't really give a fuck about that I live in. But I got nowhere else to go, so you know, beggars can't be choosers, can they? Let's be smart, let's be logical, let's work this out.
I'm carrying too much.
Right. Don't pay attention to the tactics like that bullshit. Like, many are these. There's loads of these little dungeon things, but the problem is I don't know where they go. I don't know what that is. I don't know whether it's like a passive upgrade or an actual upgrade. Problem is, I don't even know which ones are good and which ones ain't. That's my issue. But hey, my brain can shut off for a bit and I don't have to go through this shit. That's the problem with me, mate. I don't get to sleep before 3 AM. Pretty much till 6 AM. It doesn't matter how long I put it. I'd rather be awake and deal with it than be asleep and go through an lucid dream where I have to concentrate. Because that one hurts more, mate. End up waking up in the emotional wreck and I do that anyway, so I don't really know where.
I need more time. Can't carry any more.
No, and if you think anything I'm saying for a guilty conscience, I ain't got no guilty conscience, mate. Do you want to know why I can't have a guilty conscience? I have no inner monologue, thick fuck. You see, someone with no inner monologue doesn't have a conscience. Yeah? Because they don't have an ability to fucking think, you dumbasses. We just have an ability to do, react, and move on. That's it. There ain't no thought process. The thing is, if you think I'm lying, mate, honestly, I've got over 9 years worth of fucking content when I started. Yeah? Go all the way back. You'll find that I'm still complaining about the same things that I am now, but I slowly start to advance and get to the root of the problem. I ain't no therapist. No offense, mate, but I've watched all people go therapy now. Tell me where you got any better.
I'm carrying too much.
You let me know. Hmm? Did you get any better? Or did you just manage to stay better? Because to be honest, mate, I got better at putting makeup on, even though I don't wear makeup. Well, then, you know what I mean? I got that good at putting makeup on, you can't even see I'm wearing it, mate.
Fair trade.
Oh, bro, holy shit. I keep picking this stuff up, coming here and selling it. I mean, so far, I don't even know what the fuck cashing that lot's for, mate. Like, I don't know what fucking cash for is it in this game, mate. Decoration.
Well struck.
Alright. I could probably make these better, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm coming across better stuff in the game anyway. Like, I have no need for this buy section whatsoever. Because I don't feel threatened in the game at the moment. I don't feel in danger within the game at the moment.
Raise the father.
So, there's really not much of a threat within the game. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm going around doing stuff making things 10 times easier for me. So, like, if I wasn't doing these right now, that I can't show you when I was going to, if I was rolling a 6. Right now, if you want to know what I'm doing right now, mate, I'm preparing to take my son to the mall. That's what I'm preparing to do. About 6 o'clock I can go on. And I get to clean up blood. Just if you want to be if you want to feel what I felt, just imagine holding your kid in your hand while they die, and you're feeling that heartbeat fade away. Just look at your child right now, yeah, and imagine that, yeah. Just imagine it, yeah. How fucking low do you feel just by imagining it? And now imagine like actually going through that. Yeah. What do you think that does to a mind? And especially a young mind with disorders. It changed me into this that I am now. Press what? Because you're a fat. Lose some fucking weight. Give it to yourself. Now, if you've got a cancer or a problem, and you know you want to see people that just look at an apple and put the stone on, then that's you got to have it. And I hope one day we manage to solve it. But due to the fact that we'd rather prioritise turning up kids into the opposite sex instead of prioritising cancer, I don't think we're getting far as a fucking generation. And I don't think we should be prioritising turning people into the opposite sex when we haven't even got fucking cancer. Yeah? I think what we need to do is go, look, like we get that you're a man in a dress. I know you're a man in a fucking dress. Alright? You're not a fucking woman, you are a man in a dress. I am not accepting your stupidity. I did not go to school to learn that there is 3 sexes on this earth. One is male, one is female, and maybe 1 in a million chance there could be a hermaphrodite born. See, my level of intelligence compared to you dumbasses that only say, oh, there's only 2 sexes. Yeah, because you're thick. There is a possibility of a hermaphrodite being born. So you don't even know the full fucking end of the fucking stick. You know the best thing about it? I've been dyslexic, all my life. Struggled with reading all my life. Oh, this page on here, she can even identify that I struggle with reading all my life, and I find majority of the ways to get around it without doing it, and even have to go on YouTube if I can't read something in a game to be able to progress with the game. And mainly because I'm streaming. Like, unless it's an e-game, I don't think people want to stand there and wait for me to try and make it. Because no offense, I don't. Like, if I don't want to sit there and watch me try and figure something out, what is my audience? Because if I'm on that wavelength, they might be on the same wavelength too. But maybe I should try and find a way to progress this.
Help us get out of here!
And I'll tell you when I'm cheating in the game. Right, I don't know what I'm doing here, guys, so I'm just going to look on YouTube to make it quicker. Because I don't have a clue. I haven't played this game so much, so I don't know where we're going on with this in the first place. So like on this game, I didn't know what he wanted me to do with a riddle, but I had the right idea. I just picked the wrong like, hello, I'm supposed to put weight. I was on the right thing because I went all the way through it. I was like, well, maybe I've just got to fucking, you know what I mean, do this. You know, a lot of games do that. But what I was doing, it didn't seem to work, so I kind of moved on. And I said that I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to check to see what to do. I don't know. And because this game's been out for ages, it's likely going to be up there.
Here! Something for your troubles. I need more time.
And it's pretty as simple as that. And especially when it comes to like reading, I'm just going to use YouTube because somebody taught me, making my life 10 times easier to know what I'm doing instead of trying to read something I can't read. And especially if I've not seen a combination of letters before. So if I've seen the combination of the letters, and I'm frequently coming across these, then I'm good. I know that says don't worry there. That's easier to read. That says I plan whatever. I don't know what that says. I also use Alexa to spell stuff out and all, it's great. So like, if I don't know how to spell stuff, so just for instance, I'm just going to pick a small word that I do know how to spell, but it's going to be quicker. So like when I'm struggling with words, I can just go, Alexa, what does A-N-D spell? See? There, I can see the visual connotation of the letters, so I can play spot the difference to make sure she's spelt what I'm fucking saying right. And I can also then hear what she says, and then I can also ask for like reference and stuff like that, like how would I structure that in a sentence, and you know what I mean? That's how much I've had to learn to use my initiative due to the lack of support or help I've had in my life. And honestly, if it wasn't for AI advances, honestly I probably wouldn't be able to read as much as I can now. And if it weren't for all those people in the past that was willing to help me read, I wouldn't be able to. It wasn't the school that taught me to read, I can tell you that. They put me in toe by toe. They took me out of English lessons to try and teach me other, you know, so I could catch up with the class. They couldn't teach me to read. My primary school at Ladybrook couldn't teach me to read. My primary school at Oak Tree couldn't teach me to read. My primary school at Bull Farm couldn't teach me to read. My secondary school at QE couldn't teach me how to read. My secondary school at Meadham couldn't teach me how to read, and nor could my college. My friends around me, though, that was willing to help, they taught me to read. I don't know what you're sending your kids to school for, mate. You know what I mean? I don't know, mate. I don't get it, mate. I mean, I used to wag most of my school anyway, because I didn't learn out, because I couldn't read. So most teachers didn't want to help me, because I was a problem child. I was more effort than a child that could do the work without any support. I just used to fucking 9 times out of 10, mate, as soon as dinner time came, the last 2 lessons, I go and get myself a tennis bit, mate, go up hills and all this, and go get stoned, come back home, get changed, and go back out and do the same fucking again. Or at the skate park, or go to a random fucking area for a drink, or some shit like that. Depending whether I had the money or not, because luckily where I lived, there was a lot of bungalows around, so I could just knock on the door and go, excuse me, I see that your garden is for a £5, I'll do that for you. You know that old man that's supposed to be doing the garden because his missus is ass, and now a young man's gone for a £5, I'll do it for him. He's giving me that £5. I didn't used to ask for a £5, I used to ask for £3, and 9 times out of 10, they all gave me £5. And I would say I would have to use your products, and I'll give you my house key so that you know I'm not running away. I live just here. Then point to my house so that if I did go missing, they could literally just report straight to my dad. And my dad didn't like thieves, right? My dad told me if he ever caught me robbing something, he'd trap my fingers in the door. I actually trapped my finger in the door by accident and ended up ripping the top. fucking bit of my finger off. I still have the scar now, and I was 7-year-old when I received it. And it's not faded. I thought it was faded. It's still as prominent the day that I removed the butterfly stitches that was holding the tip of my finger and the rest of my finger.
I'm not ready yet.
And I ain't gonna lie, I actually cried like a bitch, but I didn't cry like a bitch until my dad was running water on my finger. Like, as soon as he was running water on my finger, mate, that motherfucker hurt. But I knew what he was doing, he was cleaning the wound. Reason why? I was one of those kids that used to keep on his legs. Like, I didn't learn balance until I started training, skateboarding, and pushing myself towards learning how to balance. Now, if it wasn't for me doing that and pushing myself, I wouldn't have got it. Why am I killing the holy ones?
You're a saint!
Why am I killing these? What am I doing? 3 fucking prisons. Alexa, shut up, I already know. Oh, and she's also good as well. So, with my ADHD, I forget a lot of things really quickly recently because I'm not able to focus anymore. So, like, if you do that, straight from mind in your life, if you put it in the other. Well, like for me right now, I gotta give my dog meds, and I don't want to overdose him by my shitty sleeping routine. So I always want to let 24 hours to feed Alfie. The problem is now because he's on meds, he needs a regular routine with his food. So that I can make sure
Couldn't have made it without
that he's always got his medication, and I'm not basically overdosing my dog. But luckily, he only gets like 25 mils of it, and he's supposed to have 32. And the vet asked me why. I says, well, he doesn't seem to be in too much pain, but I can imagine that hurts. He's not yelping, he's not whining, he's not really fidgeting in his sleep, he's not showing any signs of actual distress to me. He's just showing me that it's uncomfortable. And to be honest, with that balloon on his nose at the minute, I mean, my dog looks like a cocaine whore, mate. Like, he's had every swirl on the table, mate. That's what he kind of looks like at the minute through the cancer growth, and I'm removing it, and for some reason, it's just stress. And the problem is all I'm going to do is, he's going to go for an operation, they're going to remove that part of his and it's possible to spread again, because it's cancer. My honest opinion, I'm literally the death of my son with my dog. He might be a dog, but I took him into my house. He has a kid to raise. That's what I did. This is dangerous dog. Like another thing that pissed me off in the pub is tried to make it a joke that the fact that I didn't train dogs. literally took my dog in, mate, and went, oh yeah, I brought my dog in just to prove that I did actually train dogs and I wasn't just chatting shit. And with how good my dog is, mate, they can't say, fucking hell, I trained my mate's dog to be around his kids without the dumbass ever knowing. Yeah? I baited them dogs to see if they would be provoked to go. Now Misty, she was provoked all the time. She was ready for the fight. But towards the kids, she showed no aggression. Around the kids, she showed no aggression. But now if you did it where there were no kids around, she's like, yeah, round one, fight. Right? For American Pit Bull. Now she never did it in aggression or out like that. She was just genuinely playing. Right, big dog, American Bulldog, mate. She wanted to rip me to savage, she could have done, but she wouldn't have got far with the area. It's just that, you know, she's a dog that can actually do without addition. You know what I mean? Like, if you got a pug, mate, I ain't gonna waste my time trying to train that dog to see if it's gonna provoke to go. Because, I mean, with a pug, you can literally just stick your hand flat up against its fucking face and it can't do it other than nuzzle you. Which is basically kissing you. And I know this for a fact because my mum had bear pugs. And that's exactly what I used to do when they used to try and bite me. I would just put my hand directly in front of them so they would just go... Now, unfortunately, unless you know what you're doing with dogs, do not do that. You will put yourself in harm's way and you are more likely going to get bit. You do not have quick enough reactions to deal with that. And I have been bit with quick enough reactions. So if I've got quick enough reactions and I've been bit, what do you think your chance is? Yeah? The difference is, from me feeling pain to your bitch ass, I ain't putting my dog down because it bit me. My dog's gonna get disciplined. You've just hurt me, eye for an eye, you're gonna get that back. And if you didn't like it, how did you think I felt? And that's strong enough to tear him. I don't have to fucking beat the living shit out of him. I just have to need to give him enough to back him up. To say, wait, we don't do that. My dog's only been for me once, and he went straight through my throat and I just pinned him to the floor, and he submitted. I didn't need to do any more.
It's locked.
Right, if he's submitting, I've already won. He put both of his paws up in air, laid on his back, and didn't do anything. Now if you think I'm being aggressive for that, you go and watch our dogs actually deal with each other in the wild. They will pin them to the ground and get on top of them. All I did is what his own species would have done to put him in his line. That is it. I didn't do anything else other than what a dog would do to another dog. I mean, I have mistreated him, and I have you know, not been perfectly. First dog, I was going through a lot of fucking shit, all that, what I basically been on about today. And unfortunately, I mean, luckily as a dog, I ain't gonna lie, but the words that I said wasn't always enough. You know what I mean? And the worst bit about it is it wasn't what I was saying, it was the tone that I was delivering it is what was worse. You see, a dog doesn't understand literally what you're saying. They understand the tone of your voice. Okay? So I can sit there and go, oh, look at the fucking little wanker. Isn't he a little prick? Who's you fucking also? My dog just be like, oh, he loves me. Now, if I raise my voice, now he's going to have a different reaction if I'm like screaming at him like, do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? He will have a different reaction because of the tone of voice that's being delivered. Yeah? They pick up on tone. I don't fucking understand what you're saying. That dog whisperer is literally full of shit majority of the time. But even the dog whisperer, once again, he shows you upon that another dog would do that. And when a dog goes for him, he pins it down. To show that he's the alpha, he doesn't need to go to violence, nor should you. And as soon as he let go of the dog went for it and got him, actually. It's quite good. So, what he did is he muzzled that dog and brought his dog in. And left his dog to discipline that dog. Now, this dog did not like that and got put in its place very quickly. And upon that, the dog actually seems to improve its behavior. You good there, dude? Yeah, what about you? You know. So it pretty much comes down to your knowledge of situations, man. Like, I mean, even my mum, she would say with her pugs, so she had Brian and Ruby, they were the first pugs. Like, they were lovely, they were. I didn't have a problem with them. I said, yeah, because I trained them, mum, that's why. Where the other ones she had, after I got kicked out of the property, were all little shits. Like, pissing in ass, shitting in ass. Even dogs she's got now pretty much does the same shit, but she does have puppy baths down, so she technically encourages that inside the property. But also, I'm not even going to whinge with my mum because she is disabled and she does struggle with a very bad back and that lot. It is a lot more convenient for my mum to have a puppy bath down, because if she can't get to the door to let her pooch out, she's got a back up. So I can't even argue that, because if I was in my mum's situation, I would do the same. And I think my mum's very smart for doing it. Because she could just let the dog suffer. But no, she has identified the problem, and she has done her best to try and rectify it. Alright? I can't argue. At all. I can't argue with that. All I can say is, do you know what? Well done, Mum. You used your initiative. Proud of you. Which is something she's never said to me. I mean, I don't care about it. It would be nice. At least once in my life. I feel like every fucking day I speak to her. I think the only time I'm gonna fucking hear her cry is when she's dead. Or after, like just before. For my dad's appraisal, mate, I'm hoping his dick's like big enough to suck his arsehole so that he can go fuck himself. And the reason why, on that one, is my dad tried to start shit with me and my mum. and then try to make out it were all a lie, and then try to make out that my mum sent a message from his phone to me, even though my mum protests my dad. It's nothing to do with him, and the only reason why she ever communicated with him is because of him. As soon as I stopped talking to my dad, she hadn't spoke to him once. Not once.
Forgive me, Father Inarius, for I have sinned. I have tasted human blood, gorged myself on it, taken lives to do. Damnedest of all, I enjoy it every time, hating myself all the while.
Know that
I
feeling.
pray in the moments I still have clarity. But these moments slip from me like water through a sieve. I've killed too many. I can live no longer.
You just don't have a conscience, you'll be
Tonight,
fine.
I seal myself in this cave so that I might harm no others. In the name of the light.
In the name of the light, which means Lord. In the name of the Lord. Oh yeah, shit, I gotta be like the rest of the YouTubers. They're like, R.I.P. the tech guys. R.I.P. the tech. We need R.I.P. the tech guys. Yeah, man. Hey, you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Because that's pretty much, you know, when I'm watching people stream it, that's all I hear all the way through their fucking goddamn stream. Fucking low IQ. Same motherfucking shit again. Over and over and over again. They're more on a repetitive loop than I am. And I'm stuck in a constant trauma cycle. Because I was 19 years of age. You're just fucking stupidity. Eventually, I mean, I could just be a sellout fucking TikTok Twitch streamer. You know what I mean? Go on Call of Duty, pick one gun, and then I can make 500 different metas on that one gun. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, get it. Number one, why you feel like you need to make metas on guns when pretty much everything's self-explanatory. Even for a dyslexic person, I would say that's the class of the game. It's not involved. So, just imagine us old school Call of Duty players watching that shit on like Black Ops 1. It would never take off anyway. Never. I mean, the only thing that I watched on the meta guns was when Modern Warfare 3 had the shitty ass little zombies that they put in. I mean, it was good for the time being, but you know, once you got everything, and then you're just literally going in with like 3 ether blades, 2 dog blades, you know, stuff like that. It kind of becomes pointless. It even got to the point where I started to take schematics out so I could drop them at the beginning because I got bored. So what I would do is I would take my bow and I would take my ether tool and I would take my goddamn cannon thing. And then I would run around, well, I'd fly around the map, and I'd ask if anybody needed these specific bloody schematics. Because I realised that not a lot of people could do what I was doing, which was running the ether solo. And literally, I would complete that whole ether with no more than 8 Gersha devices. I didn't need anything else. The only thing I actually struggled on was you know, when we were escorting the fucking transport. That was the only one I pretty much left alone because it was just a waste of time. It constantly died. It took way too much effort compared to the other two that was just easy to do. Get the option, get what you want, and get the fuck out of it.
I need more time.
2 days, would it? The problem is, so happy while I wait. Go through the trial of life. Ish. This is where we're back home.
You're there! Please,
All the odds.
help us get out of here!
They're here! Get ready!
The only way out of this is to fight.
You deserve this. Never seen anyone fight like you.
I ain't be asked to argue this game now. I'm just gonna go back and sell the shit. You know, worst
in
bit
town.
about it, with my life, all I wanted to do was just fucking help people out because nobody ever helps me. That's all I wanted to do.
Anything else?
Yeah, your mum. I don't get this. Add 0. Like, you plus 0. How? What are you plussing upon there? It says plus 0, but there is plus 3, aren't there? Look. Like, I don't understand that. But, oh, well, that's gone now. Right, that's not my issue no more.
Well struck. Fair trade.
Oh, did it again. You know why I keep doing this? Because every time I die, I lose 10% durability
Well
on my
struck.
stuff. So this way, if I don't have anything in the first place, right? I don't know what these are. Increases area. Oh, these are like for when you start playing the harder versions then. That's what they are. I don't see you needing them on this version at all, to be honest. Oh, the baby's quiet now, look. See? It's great. This is a big one like this. La da da da. Right, we got one.
I need more time.
There's still one of these things I don't really know how to do. I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably just gonna like YouTube that one to see what I'm doing on it. Because the problem is there's like 3 pictures on the wall, and going on those stones, it doesn't do anything. So. Okay, check it, we're going that way then. this is going to do now, to be honest. We've only got one more to find, so. I feel like we're just doing a ritual. Well, we are, but you know what I mean? Like, this is a triangle. Face one of these. Give me a boss.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, that took ages, didn't it? Right. So next time we come on, I don't know what we're doing with that. We're just ignoring it. I want to see what's down here, to be honest. I want to see if there's like a fast travel or something.
I need more time. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
But it might have been a fortress, like a teleporting thing here, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Apparently I was wrong. Right, I'm leaving it there, guys. We'll leave you all. Take care. Sweet dreams. Have a good one.